This is the story of a pen and how it made me fall in love with art again. It's actually a story about things you love in general. I love doing art. What I don't love so much is when something makes me not want to do things I love anymore. And in my case, that was my recent semester of university. Usually after every single semester of university, I need like 2 weeks break from doing art because I just don't feel like doing it because I've been doing too much of it and doing too much of art for other people, drawing what they tell me to draw rather than drawing what I want to draw myself. Now, I got myself this fountain pen set that you see me using here. It's by a brand called William Mitchell, and it really changed everything. I love the way that this fountain pen has the variety in stroke that you can get with it, because if you hold it in a certain way, you can get really thin lines that are perfect for hatching detailed outlines. If you hold it in a different way, you get these really broad lines that help you fill in areas of shadow really quickly. And with these small drawings that you see me finishing up here, these are warm sketches that I did drawing from reference from Pinterest. It almost helps you create the illusion of detail where there is none, with that variety of width in the strokes, if that makes any sense at all. And I mean, look at them, they're lovely drawings. I really enjoy making these type of drawings, and I mean, that's exactly what loving something is about, isn't it? Being able to, for me to sit here and say, I really love making these type of drawings. And yeah, it was all thanks to this pen sort of that I got back into it, that allowed me to be able to say that about my work again, because what I created last semester, really none of my work I was really happy with. I didn't like the projects we made, I didn't like the amount of work. We just had like a lot more work than ever before in university. But most of all, what annoyed me the most was that I didn't like what I created. And it's really not a nice feeling having to admit that about your own work from the previous 3 months. I then decided to make an animation with this lovely new fountain pen as well. I drew this guy going through his CDs and took a picture of it. I uploaded the picture into Procreate and traced it, and essentially did all the initial animating in Procreate. Then I turned off all the lights. I had to do this because I had to use my iPad as a light box, essentially tracing all the frames from my iPad back into the sketchbook. Now, an iPad is not a perfect light box because it obviously reacts to your touch, so I had to put on this silly little glove, leather glove, and pull my sleeve over the palm of my drawing hand to not like constantly have the image shrinking and zooming in and moving about. So yeah, it's not perfect, but you can make it work, and I did. And then it was essentially just tracing every single image. I also drew something that I love, and that is CDs. I love CDs, but before I get into that, what I love most about art, about my art, but also about seeing other people's art, is when it's relatable. When I see something and I'm like, yes, I know that feeling, and I don't know, if I see it online, I share it onto my story because I identify with it and I want to be associated with it. And I would like to evoke that feeling in other people. So even though I love a lot of things, I love most when I draw things that I love, but also that I know other people enjoy and can relate to. So in this case, it's CDs, and yeah, I collect CDs. I love listening to them because I love listening to whole bodies of work, like entire albums, because I think it's more personal than just like streaming single songs from, I don't know, on Spotify or something, and it's how the artist originally wanted you to listen to it. And I think a lot of people can relate to that because other people collect CDs or vinyls, or used to when they were younger, before all the streaming stuff. And I mean, everybody loves music, and everybody can relate to that at least. But in the end, what am I actually like telling you in this video? What is this video about? Am I telling you to buy this William and Mitchell fountain pen, not sponsored, or to try out fountain pens in general? Am I telling you to make an animation? It's not really any of that, even though, yeah, definitely do those things if you feel like it. Fountain pens are great, I would recommend it to anyone. And making animations can be quite fun as well. But it's really not about the specifics. It's more about that if you feel like you've lost your love for art, if you feel like you lost inspiration and just really can't be asked with drawing anything, sometimes it is drawing the things that you love and using the items that you love drawing with that remind you of why you loved art in the first place. And if that means drawing silly little figures in your sketchbook, or making an animation about CDs because you like CDs, then do that, and sometimes that's all it takes to remind you of why you loved it in the first place. Lastly, I just scanned in all the pages to clean up the animation and make a finished product out of it. And that's the final animation. I hope you enjoyed this video and my product and my stupid ramblings about loving stuff. Yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Click in the top corner to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and find a playlist and video you might like on the screen as well.